Let us dive in.
Good morning.
Good. Now.
I think I'm shouting. You can shout.
Are you talking
Kenyans on Twitter,
capital letters?
let me know if I'm shouting.
If you shout sick.
Maze niliona video ule demwa. I don't really care. I don't give a damn. I don't. I don't really mean Shamande.
She don't give a
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another week. Happy New Week. Hapa Galactic.
Ini episode ya
Natengeneza tu nywele hivi. For those who are very versant with musculature, you can see my gains while I mend my hair like this.
Weekly gains and just your bun.
For those people who don't know where we get these gains, it's our proud sponsors, Elixir Wellness. They are at Donholm Shopping Center.
Yes, please.
And Kilimani Primary School.
In Kilimani Primary
If
School.
you want arms like mine that don't jingle when you say bye-bye,
Butt wings.
say bye-bye to your butt wings.
Say bye-bye to
Bingo wings, for those who know what bingo is. Bingo! Hey, no shakes, no shakes.
At least to show you won't fly away when you start waving bye to people. Like, bye.
Sasa, watu wanataka mikono kama zangu. Contact Elixir.
Girls know. Hiyo number iko hapo chini. That number running across here.
Kwanza hiyo number ni ile 011, si ndio?
Hiyo number ya bank account. Ina account na.
Hiyo number ina receive pia M-Pesa wase.
Bas kusheba hiyo muone.
0114074703.
Ndio hiyo.
Eh?
Ndio hiyo.
Sasa wase.
Try and send them.
Weekend ilikuwaje?
Weekend ilikuwa fupi.
How was your weekend, everyone? Let us know.
Yes.
Ulijibamba, ulibambuka, ulibambuliwa.
Bas.
Mimi sikubambuliwa. Lakini ni sawa tu. I'll revenge next weekend. Nikipata madm. Hii weekend nikato lilalalala. Mpaka nikafua nguo bana.
Maze ni hiyo wewe.
Maze nilifua nguo. Wazee wasay the weather out here. A lot of people are not coming training, but while I fix my hair, I'll show you why you should train.
Yes, attend.
While I fix my hair here,
this way to Elixir.
Ata you go that way to the beach. That way, whichever way you choose, you can say it's that way. Wase.
Yeah.
Anyway, tuacheni ufala. Tumeshasalimia. Watu wamechangamka. Watu wametumbukia. They're inside. Yeah. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome back to that show. Hapa kwenye Galactic Productions with me Night Atieno.
AfroFabb.
Na DJ Roy yuko pale, yuko kwa kando anasikiza ma sound zetu, aoneka ziko poa nini. Our producer number 1.
Kama tuna shout ama.
Shouting. What is shouting? I don't know. My voice is just loud.
Are you speaking in capital letters or you speaking in
lower? My voice is just loud. Anyway, you guys, today we have some topics here. Na hizi topics za leo kusema kweli ziko a bit contentious. So wewe feelings zako share too. If you feel like you want to join in the conversation, if you feel like the conversation has touched you, share your feelings, share your emotions. The whole point about our show is to start these conversations that people generally maybe feel that are hard to talk about or whatever, you know what I mean? Yes. So let's go straight into sibling rivalry. Yeah?
Moto.
What causes sibling rivalry?
Inaitwaje? Favoritism.
Mimi, I blame my mother.
Ayawa mama Night.
I blame me Night. Mina luach, mina buja. Mina rucha.
What did she do?
My mother has a clear favorite in our house. 2 favorites. 2.
Hey, not even 1. 2.
So we are 4.
Yes.
Mimi na Lucas, we might as well be watoto waliokoto huku kwa njia.
Watoto wa jirani.
Madangu alifanya first born. Yeah. Second born favorite. Third born. Fourth born favorite. Sasa hawa watoto wawili wakiingia kwa nyumba wanaulizwa umekula. Sisi tukiingia tumeparara, mdomo imekauka, unaulizwa mbona umerarua nguo.
Kwa nini ulianguka
Na sasa sisi ndio tulienda tukacheza sports, si ndio?
Yes.
We are the ones who went and tukafanya kitu na hiyo activity yetu. The family.
Ulibeba hii family.
We are making the Onyango name known. Na sisi ndio tulikuwa tunaingia tulizuka tumekula. Kivu hata inge 5 am sale nafaa chapwe. Anaulizwa, mzee, koki ya kanye, beni chiema dear. Who cares? He slept out. You should be beating his ass.
Loosely translated, Baba, have you eaten? Now is when you're coming. This is at 5 in the arm. Una imagine 5 in the arm ungefungwa pale kwa mlango kwanza viboko.
Wewe mimi hata nisto anaingia hizo matime. Mimi niko tu nazushiwa bure kwa sababu mimi hakukuwa na tina hepa niende dunda. I didn't have those things. I used to go play, come back, read my books, stay in my room, you know, because I'm antisocial like that. I know I'm noisy and blah, 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 but when I'm indoors, I just want my own space. I want to, before there were gadgets, nowadays I get lost in my gadgets. Before that, I just got lost in my books. You know what I mean? But even now, if I get lost in a gadget, it's probably because I'm reading something. You know what I mean? So I've translated mainly from books to getting knowledge in another way. You know what I mean? Lakini mtoto anaitwa Abuja. Na aliwatch wakisikia aliwatch anakupiga kofi alafu anawika ma.
Case of ule mchokozi
mimi ndio nimepigwa kofi lakini juu yeye ndiye amewika noma ni yangu.
Unafanya aje mtoto?
Sasa you see parents, let us stop having favorites. This is why I used to camp outside my brother's room with a knife.
Okay. This is Kevo.
Amina alikuwa ni mabesti.
Lazima it's like you guys are consoling each other. Feelers are like by the mother dikatu like.
Me and Kevin used to fight so bad that Lucas now akisha jaribu kuistop awache anasema haini ufala. Anaenda anachukua remote anajua sasa I can watch what I want. Those two are fighting.
This will go.
Ile movie nilikuwa na ngoja kuwatch. Matetu akitoka hivi Luka anachukua remote anajua tu sahi noma inaenda kutokea sahi. I'm watching what I want for at least 3 hours.
Uncle
ati madame nda tao kwa poster. Noma.
By the time tuatembea kujembaka hapa dunia.
Lakini na wewe usichokoze Kevo uko nje.
He was just for you to fight.
Usichokoze bro mine. Ati nini? Atunajua mimi ni bro Sharon. Okay, sawa. Not that I was a fighter. But anyway, I think sibling rivalry can be a good thing and a bad thing. Because what it fosters, if it's positive and it's well managed, because sibling rivalry is there, it's not going to end today. But as parents, we need to see that it's managed. You know,
it's really important.
Not that you're always on one side or the other or whatever, and also not that you have like a clear favorite, and also making sure that this rivalry is healthy. You know, kuna ile nataka I want to do better at school. I want to be a better dancer. I want to be bigger, faster, stronger, stuff like that. You know, not ati wewe umefanya kwa hii nyumba. There's such a clear divide of your children, because as parents we have to remember, if nature takes its course, we will probably leave this earth before our children, especially for those who have multiple children. Now, once you leave this earth, the people who are closest to your child is your other children. If you don't maintain a good relationship in the family, and so therefore maintain that your children are friends as well, not just siblings.
Not just siblings, yes.
I won't name names, but I have a sibling. Some people that we talk sale lazima tuonge, you know.
Because you're siblings.
Yeah, you know. But if
and
you know what I mean. So as siblings, you need to know that.
Please let us know in the comment section.
Exactly.
Do you speak to your siblings because they're your siblings?
Yani ma siblings zako ni mabeste wako. Exactly. Ama nyinyi mabeste ukweli. Yani I see some families out here, yani you just envy them. You know, you look at them and you think, man, these guys are friends.
Maze?
You know, like me and my brother Lukaka, we're buddies, you know. We call, we chat, like if he's having woman issues, namcheka, na vice versa, you know. So it's like, we actually, we do business together, tunakosana ndio, lakini tunarudi tu tunasikizana, you know, because we are actually friends. Me na Kevo, we're friends nowadays. I'm not trying to kill him anymore.
Y'all grew up.
Just FYI, in case somebody does it and then I'm accused because I said on national radio or on the internet, and the internet doesn't forget. Me and my brother Kevin, we're good friends now. Me and my sister, we tolerate each other, but that's also okay.
At least it's not violent.
You know what I mean? So I think as siblings, we have to realize that just like in a marriage, just like in any relationship, you have to create a friendship. You know, yes, there is that rivalry. Yes, there is that iyo kusukumana. But is it healthy? You know what I mean?
I think to some level it is. At least because, like you said, the competition bit.
No, but what I mean is you have to consciously think, is it healthy rivalry? Is it healthy? Are we just fighting? You know, like this family where the budako anakufa na acha billions upon billions.
You all can't even sit down and decide.
Msikizane tu. Unachekika mngekuwa na ubeste. Exactly. Yeah.
Fine. There's 8 of us.
Yeah. Sindio?
Shika tu.
Exactly.
If you want to waste it,
bas,
you want to invest,
ni shauri yako, you know. But it comes with creating a friendship. You know. We have to, as siblings, we have to also, as our children grow, encourage them to be friends. Encourage them to be friends. Because there's nothing worse than tolerating your siblings. Because wakishafika 18 wendo umeenda. Hiyo ndio kusabu unaona watu wengine wanasemanga ati yeye siku hizi ameomoka anajifanya. Hapana, amechoka tu na nyinyi.
Exactly.
You know.
Because
hakuna positivity. Like if I didn't get along with you as a child, why do you expect me to get along with you as an adult when you did not make an effort to be my friend? You know what I mean? Alafu story ya kuambia watu hii ati wewe ni dame utaolewa utaenda. You know, in some cultures, like I grew up hearing this. Like my value is not as much. Yeah, exactly. Especially in our community, the Luo community. Dame ataolewa ataenda. You know what I mean? But you find out that machali wanaka dem mwenye ameenda ndio bado tu atakuja achunge mama yake, achunge baba yake, afanye nini, afanye family uko kwingine. You know what I mean? So when those days of ati dem alikuwa naolewa anaenda, those days are gone.
They're gone.
You know what I mean? Nowadays we live in a world where we are all together. We should all be standing together, male, female, whatever. Nobody has bigger value or anything.
We're getting equal opportunities.
Yeah, the only value you have is which you're putting in. Do you get me?
True.
Kama wewe ni mwanamume na bado uko kwa hii nyumba na bado unakula na bado unafanya nini na mimi ni dem na mimi ndio mtuma hiyo pesa kwa parents zangu, you're a bum.
Alafu unakuja unaniambia babe, unajua madhe ni mgonjwa na anadi.
Si hata babe, ati sister. Kwa sababu si leo ni siblings. Leo ni siblings. Wewe nyinyi mnanijuanga Salem nataka pesa, si ndio? The rest of the time mimi ni msichana hata siwezi ziko huko kwenyu.
Kwanza wao ndio wanatumanga message.
You know?
Oh guys, kwanza WhatsApp group meformiwa hapo.
In some places in Luoland, once you're married, you can't be buried kwenyu tena. Yani na hata ukizikwa kwa sababu lazima uzikwe. No, some people have styled up. Some people literally will bury their daughters with respect. You get me? But some people bado wamekuwa huko dark ages. Ati nato kiletwa lazima upitishwe na fence. Hiyo ni nini? Na labda wewe ndio ulijenga hiyo boma. Juu wewe ndio uliomoka. Wewe ndio umekuwa ukilipia watu medical insurance. Wewe ndio umekuwa ukifanya nini? Wewe ndio ume-educate watu. Madam, by the way, if you come from a place like that, wacha kuinvest, una-invest nini? Stop investing.
Enda nunua shamba yako.
Jenga, kiishi kwako. Bas, invest for your children. Because when unajua hao watu, they'll talk anyway. Yes? They will talk anyway. So whether you give or you don't give or whatever.
For chira, it does not exist. ukikubali iko hapa ndani, hiyo inakuwa tu story. They just say things, those, what are they called, ati customs and what not.
Yeah, it's
just to scare
yeah,
you.
And the thing is,
Kama mwezi
you have to exactly. Uwezi nizika kwetu kwa sababu mimi ni dem, lakini bado do yangu mnakula, si ndio? My money is good enough for you. Niwajenge nyumba, niwavutie stima, niwavutie maji, yani nijenge boma yenyu. Lakini si mimi ni dem, siwezi zikwa hapo.
Alafu sasa kwanza sasa umedecide umesema sitaki kuolewa.
Fanya hivi dem. Madem, kwanza wenye mnajua blatantly that is where you come from. Nunua shamba yako, nunua plot Lang'ata, jipange.
Bas. Seriously, invest in you and your children, invest in you and your future.
Andika will.
Bas.
Ndio, if something happens to you,
if I drop dead
hii kitu hakuna brother yako, baba yako, uncle yako, nyanya yako, mavi ya kuku.
Sorry, but
no, I'm literally, so because you see it all the time.
All
yeah?
the time.
A woman is successful.
Yes.
Maybe she's married, maybe she's not.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All of a sudden she passes away. Her people come to take her stuff. Alafu wanaenda wanamzika huko kwa forest.
Kwa kona, alafu na mmenipitisha juu.
Na mmebeba kila kitu ya watoto wangu that I invested for my children. Women, if you come from such communities, invest for yourself, write a will, set up trust funds for your children,
yes.
Get a lawyer. In the long run, it's a lot cheaper for your children, especially those people who have children. Those who don't have children, still invest in a lawyer, write a will, jua pesa yako, your hard-earned money itaenda kwa nani? Na mimi nakwambia mimi nimeza mtoto mmoja, one child, and I'm saying it kinagaubaga hapa on social media. Mtu akuje kutafuta kile mimi nilijengea mtoto wangu. Please, I don't care if you're my father, my brother, my my uncle, whoever you are. Watu wengine hata message ya hello, how are you? Wacha hata hizi za Facebook za kuboeka hai. Hawajawahi. Unaonanga message zao saa zile wanataka kitu kutoka kwako.
Inaitwanga end of the month things, new term school maneno, nini.
Mimi nasema let us nurture our children. Girl child, boy child, whatever.
Yes.
Everyone deserves the same respect.
No, there's no point. You have two boys, two girls, and now your boys are favorites because
they're boys.
These girls are going to get married. Nyinyi mtaolewa mtaenda. Mtaniwacha tu hapa. Kama like sasa si kwetu.
Sisi watu waolewangu,
Exactly.
Atumesema?
Si kwetu
no,
madem.
Nasema okay, watu waolewi ile ya kuenda wakusahau watu wao.
Kusaulika. Zile za like nimeoleka because I've seen a companion that I want and I want to go and spend my life with that one.
Yeah.
Unaona? Hakuna sijui cha stories zile za like nika unafukuzwa home, unajua ilikuwa nikati utaolewa utaenda. Nika unafukuzwa unaambiwa oya ukishaenda wewe endelea tu kwenda ustani urudi. Ndio ukirudi home inakuwa ni sijui you have embarrassed us, sijui nini. Sina muda huko nilikuwa na nyongwa kila siku.
Ni ukweli.
Nimefika mahali I'm like, you know what? Acha nirudi home. Nikuje nijiregroup, nikifika huko again. Like you said, invest in yourself.
But kama unajua kwenyu ni kwa kurudishwa na unajua they can't support you if you're being abused, tafadhali don't go back there.
Yes.
Because we think that we don't have other options, but we always have other options. You know what I mean? We have other options.
Because if you're jumping from the frying pan to the fire again, now just idea. Songa kando, jiite mikutano, regroup.
Unaruka mkojo ukanyage mavi.
Unaruka shoi my friend. Umekuta hivi ndani ya sewage mpaka huko my friend. Unaanzia wapi?
I think if you come from a family that is not supportive, if you come from a people that do not see your value as a human being just because you're a woman, you should rethink your relationship with these people. I'm not saying completely stop talking to them, no. Just rethink. Imagine your life, Sindio, as an organization. Wewe ni biashara yako. Hawa watu wanakuharibia biashara. Umeandika mtu na afanyi kazi. Unaelewa? Utafanya nini in that case? Umemwandika lakini kazi yake ni wewe unafanya. Utafanya nini? See, you let them go. Yeah? So it's the same with our families.
True.
If your family does not support you, if you come from a negative and a place where you're not valued, nini. Wewe kazi yako ni kutoa pesa. Wewe you're just a cash point.
When ATM ko tu hapa.
Exactly.
You're the giver. You're never receiving. And receiving doesn't mean you're just receiving money.
Exactly.
Ata your support tu kidogo.
Yeah.
Zile are like, I'm doing this. Ata your support, my friend. Kwanza the fastest ones to shoot you down, they're like, hey.
Ndio wale ukiwaambia niko na idea naona as a family ka tunaweza kutoa hivi na hivi tujenge pamoja, we ni dame unatuambia nini na wewe utaenda. Come on now.
Sasa tukishatoa alafu wewe sasa ukishaenda ukiolewa alafu uende. Sasa nisipoolewa basi nisipoenda.
Exactly.
Itakuaje, like what's going to change? Because at the end of the day when I get married, because unaweza pata labda uko mbele hazi yangu pia naye anaweza kuja ata support hii story.
Yeah.
Story. if you're not appreciated in that family, aina haja. Kwanza kama unajua wewe ndiye uko favorite child. Na umeona tu by the way ilikuwa tu mazejo hata uwezi trip uanguke hapo mbele ya mama yako. Pare. Sasa uwezi angalia kule unaenda.
Okay, lakini watu wengine walifanywa child abuse.
My friend is a problem. Kwa sababu wewe haukuwa book smart, sasa wewe ndio ulikuwa shida.
Yeah.
Ama maybe your nini inaitwaje, one of your siblings walifuata your dad, like
yeah.
Me, my dad was a soccer guy.
Yeah.
Sasa imagine kama ningekuwa boys alafu nitokea tu kabisa yenyewe story ya soccer si like.
Yeah.
Inakuwa
mimi kusema kweli kwa hiyo story, mimi mtoi wangu siku moja aliniuliza because we are a very sporting family.
Yeah.
Akanishow, "Mommy, but what if I have a child and the child doesn't like sport? What would I do with it?"
Ikitunda nini sasa?
Number one, I was like, okay, I see your point, but I cannot answer it like I see your point.
Yeah.
So I literally just said to him, listen, every person has their own abilities and their own strengths. Yeah. So just because our family is good at sport doesn't mean that everyone in our family is good at sport.
Yes.
You know, it just means that other people might come with their own talents. So what you do if your child is not good at sport, still encourage them because sports are varied and you will always find something for everyone,
yes, for everyone.
So, but don't overlook their other, sort of, because to be honest with you, the thing about sports is whether you're good at it or not, it will teach you lessons.
True.
It teaches you discipline.
I think that's the part
you know what I mean? Exactly. It teaches you discipline, it teaches you resilience, it teaches you teamwork if it's a team, and even when it's not a team, you're still a team with the person who coaches you. You're still a team with the people who maintain your body in sports. You're still, there's an element of that. You know what I mean? So,
and even learn how to communicate.
Exactly.
You have to work with
other people, so. So the thing is, even if someone is not gifted in the thing that is the whole family is gifted, who has a gift in, we still value them. We still nurture what they're good at.
Yeah. Because they're good at something eventually. It
of course.
Be not sports. Maybe they sing better. Maybe they're a dope accountant. So pesa zako za sport unajua unazipeleka wapi.
Exactly.
So open mind nani.
Yeah. I just think that we should stop being so close-minded and backward about. Let us stop being agents of the past.
Unajua kama sisi kwetu.
Yeah. Because I saw this thing that made me so sad last night.
Yes.
And I think it was 22 women had been rushed to hospital because of FGM. Women, not girls.
This 2020.
Women. People ranging between, I think, the ages of 18 up to 16. Yeah. 18.
Those are grown women.
And uko 20 something. The biggest reason being that they were supposed to help take care of the new initiates of FGM. Is FGM not illegal in Kenya?
It is. There's some communities who still practice it, but Because now there's a way they've twisted it. It's a rite of passage thing.
Yeah.
So now they've found better ways to do it. That they don't have to cut you and take you through those weird processes of theirs. So they teach you. It's like now you're being taught how to be a woman. Like when you grow up, ABCD is gonna.
But you're still cut.
No, most communities are cutting it down. They're not doing it anymore.
So,
but there are those ones who.
But it's illegal.
Yes.
Let's remember that FGM is illegal in Kenya, and these 22 women were rushed into hospital because of excessive bleeding from FGM.
2020.
22 women. Let it sink. 22 women.
18. From 18.
These are women who will now suffer for the rest of their lives because, number one, this is a botched FGM procedure.
Yeah.
And even if it wasn't, they will still suffer for the rest of their lives because sex becomes painful.
Yeah.
We do these things, men, let us style up. Remember that some of these customs were made to caress men's egos. Because you have a small dick, you have to cut me and sew me. Because you think that someone else will want to have sex with me, you have to cut me and sew me. You have to take my body and mutilate it so that
your ego.
You feel better about yourself as a man. And there was a man who actually put this on, I think it was one of those, anyway, I won't mention the site, but it was one of those Facebook pages where people warn other people of con people.
Yeah.
How dare you come there as if your customs are being like ni kama mnanyanyaswa as a community when nyinyi mnanyanyasa wanawake na wasichana in that community. The equivalent men of being cut na FGM is your penis, the tip being cut.
Just the loose skin that's being cut. You're not being
No,
disabled.
the equivalent of FGM is the tip of your penis, guys. The tip. Your place. What a foreskin. The whole tip being cut. That is the equivalent of FGM. So for those men out there
you were 3 inches, now you're 2
who
inches.
who still think that it's okay to cut women, please, wacheni circumcision ya nini ya foreskin, fanyeni circumcision ya the tip of your penis. The tip, what is crackling ishe? The tip of your penis being cut. So instead of cutting the foreskin, let us start cutting men's penises. Hapo juu, yote ikatwe, si ndio? Ndio sisi wote tusienjoy basi. Ndio sisi wote tuumie basi. So for men who support FGM, enda ukatwe makende yako hapo juu.
And see how you like it.
Tukwe the same. Hiyo ndo the same.
See how you like to control the bleeding.
Ndio the same.
You are rushed to hospital ati uliamka 2 days later unconscious.
Bob it, your boys and your men, before you start supporting FGM. Yes? I know it's your culture, but just because it's your culture doesn't make it right.
It's rubbish.
Women are now going to school. We have a vice president in America now of African descent. Let's not forget where black people came from. Msiseme Jamaica sijui nini. Of African descent. Wanasemanga one drop rule. Sindio? So if you have 1 drop of blood in you, you are of African descent.
You
yes?
African.
So let's not forget that without educating our women, our girls, without empowering our girls, this would not be possible. Look at countries like New Zealand Thailand that are being led by women. Those countries, hata hawajasafa kwa hii corona. Hawajasafa. Yeah? So let's remember, men, when you start coming here shouting about people kunyanyasa customs zenyu, na hizo customs zinanyanyasa wasichana, wanawake.
Ati wewe hujakatwa.
Yeah?
Na sikatwi.
Wewe enda ukatwe the tip of your penis kwanza, and then come and tell us that story before you start shouting about how people are trying to nyanyasa your freedoms. Alafu the same person ataenda church on Sunday. Decide. Decide. Do you want to be a traditionalist or do you want to be a Christian? Decide. You cannot say Mungu wa kanisa, Mungu wa Bible, the God of Abraham, alafu you go and cut women.
You're there on top of your voice.
Alafu you refuse women from getting an education. Alafu you marry our girls off earlier at 12, 13, 14.
Imagine.
You say you're a Christian and then you support child abuse. You support a girl being married at 12 and being abused and probably being rendered infertile for the rest of her life because of childbearing issues. Decide. Are you a traditionalist or are you a modern day Christian, Muslim, whatever it is you want to call yourself?
Whatever religion you come from.
Let go of these archaic traditions
2020
that harm girls, that harm women. Please, before you argue for FGM, go and find out the implications. There are videos out here.
Homework.
There are videos out here of women who've been cut trying to give birth.
They even show how they do it.
There are videos out here of women who've been cut.
And the complications. And,
guys,
do your homework, Nani.
Let me tell you something,
Don't support things blindly.
Kuna vitu kwa hii world atufai kwa tunafanya hii 2020. There are
It's crazy. It is.
There are things in this world. Ndio tumesema madem whatever, but let us stop doing this thing. Wacheni kukata madem. Yani hiki kitu tumekuwa tukifaitia for how long?
Barbaric.
Alafu wase wanajua kina nani wanafanya hizi vitu. Na mnamwacha tu afanye.
You still support. You say nothing about it because you're not saying
because
anything
our
about
silence is like ni kama tuna support.
Yeah, you're cheering these people on. Kwa sababu umenyamaza, it's like you sit there and you watch somebody butchering somebody else to death and
if you see someone marrying off a 12-year-old, that's child abuse.
Report it.
Hiyo ni kama kuuza mtoi yuko 12. We imagine mtoi wako ama nisi yako ama nani. Imagine huo mtoi ayuko ready. Guys, let's stop doing these things to women. Just because we don't come out on the streets and shout about it and scream about it doesn't mean that hakuna mtu anasikia uchungu hapa nje.
It's shady, it's archaic, it's backward, it's nonsense, it's bullshit to say the least.
Let's let go. Let go of these easy vitu zinaumiza watu. Hizi vitu zinaumiza watu tuache, na vile tu nimesema wase kama mnataka kujua equivalent ya FGM, take yourself uende ukatwe the whole tip, not the foreskin, the whole tip of your penis and see the repercussions of that, because until you think about that as a man is the day maybe not to understand, they can't understand because hawako kwa hiyo situation, but maybe you will empathize with the plight of these women. Mimi nakwambia kuna mavideo hapa nje, enda tu utafute video ya dem amekatwa akijaribu kuzaa and the complications that come with it. Yes, you want these women to be the mothers of your children. You want these women to be the future of our country, and yet we do these things to them. We stop them from getting an education. We then cut them. We harm them. Yeah? Tuwacheni tu. Kwa sababu women we live in a male-dominated society. So for the men out there who fight our fight, and there are good men out there who champion the female agenda. And the female agenda is not us trying to take over. It's just us telling you guys to stop hurting us.
True.
Stop telling us we're not good enough. Stop telling us we can't get an education because we're women. Stop telling us what we can't achieve because we're women. Stop telling us what we can't play because we're women. Stop. And for those women who are told these things, stop listening. I know it's not always easy, but stop. We're seeing so many examples of women achieving out here. We don't even need to go to America to see it. Even in our own country. You know what I mean?
Happening.
There are sports women coming up here. There are women creating NGOs, charities, helping other people in society. You know what I mean?
Actually, I think more women out here are doing things. Like there's examples.
Corona started, watu walienda kukunywa. Who is holding up our society?
Yeah.
You know? Women enterprises are growing. Hapa nje unaona wamama mboga wameongezeka, watu wa kutengeneza wa kuuza mahindi hapo nje. No, but most of the time when you look, you see women. You see women in hardware shops. You see women doing all these things. You see female mechanics. Caroline Kenyana, big up. You know? We see women engineers.
The other day we saw a mother pushing a hand cutter.
Exactly, mkokoteni.
And
you know?
Like we do not have limits.
Guys,
we do not have limits.
Let us stop harming our women.
Think of it as your daughter, your mother.
Let us take care and nurture our women, because only in doing so do we grow this nation in a different direction. We keep saying that we want different.
Be the change.
Let us let go of this archaic ways that harm women. Stop. And women, please, let us champion each other. You know? Tuji-champion. Yani tujiamini tu na tubebane. Tubebe. Wewe ukipanda, panda na sister zako kama watano. Carry as many women with you as you can. If you see a female being harmed, don't be quiet about it. Piga kelele.
Stand up for
ukisikia dema kipiga nduru next door, piga nduru pia wewe enda ukagonge hiyo mlango. Kwa sababu if nothing else, ita stop hiyo kelele. Hiyo kuchapwa. Hiyo nini? Jua ukifanya leo, kesho wa mama watano wa ploti watoke. Unafikiri huyo msata kuja kuvunja huyo dem tena? No. Nyinyi hamtamvunja, lakini yeye atawacha. Because anaona sasa watu, people are standing up to him.
Yeah, becoming a nuisance and
you know what I mean?
Ways to solve this
exactly.
So let's choose an amicable way.
Na akizidi pia nyinyi tu kama wamama wa ploti, mchapeni kumbafu, iko nini? Ama mniite. Namba yangu iko hapo chini. Mimi nitakuja, siogopi. Anyway, let's walk away from these things that harm women. Yeah? Last week nili champion sana boy child. This week niko hapa kwa girl child. You know? Anyway, as women, once we've had children, we have to let them go. And I talk about it from a mother's point of view. Only because, and then especially in our setting, most of the time, the father is absent. You know?
Present,
because
absent,
hata wenye wako, most of the time, hawako. You get me? So, tuangalie exactly. Analipa school fees, analipa rent, anaenda kwa bar. You know? So, hello Anogada. So let us think about plan ya let go.
Yeah.
You have to start early. You know? Hauwezi tu kungoja mpaka mtu afike 18.
Ndio uanze kumwachilia.
Jo utamwachilia.
You've been clutching on the whole time.
Hautamwachilia.
Hauwezi anza sahi.
Exactly.
And habits don't form overnight.
Ni ukweli.
Slowly.
So let us start by mtoi akitaka kwenda camp or something.
Yes.
As long as they're safe. You know what I mean?
Let them
mtoi akifika a certain age na anaweza jipeleka shule, as long as they're safe.
Yes.
You know, teach them. Juu ukishafundisha mtoi how to cross the road, you're not afraid when you send them to the shops.
Exactly.
You know, if you teach your child about money, about life, about how to live out there by themselves, you're less afraid. So let us empower our children.
Yeah, because you've already set a template for
you know,
them, so they know
as they grow.
Yeah, when I go to the shop, I can go to the shop, I can cross the road, I can go to the shop there.
Yes.
I have this money, I will come back with certain change.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah.
So si atumekaa tu umeogopa, auntie kuja upeleke nani? Ama lazima umshike mkono umpeleke hata lini.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, you drop dead today.
What after you drop dead? This child will have to leave home. We shouldn't always think about it from a... Obviously, when your kids are younger, you think about it from a point of view of, what if I die? You know? But what you have to remember is one day you will be dead to that child while you're still alive. One day they will have to leave and go live their lives. How ready is your child for 18? Because most of us, we were not ready.
Are you letting them grow?
Yeah.
You're babying them. Is your 18-year-old still 5?
Yeah.
Because kuna wale kababa.
You know?
Hi-fi.
It's like, kama mtoto wako yuko a certain age, haizi pikata kama ya kidogo. Yani huwezi mwacha tu.
Yani ukitoka, vile ulimwacha njaa, ndio vile utampa.
Ukitoka, lazima uache kama amekula breakfast na mtu yuko 16. Na lazima urudi by lunchtime, juu hujamfundisha hata kuhit two leftovers. You know? So let's think about how we are letting go.
Yeah.
Because from the point you give birth as a mother, you start letting go.
True.
It's a painful fact.
It is.
We have to start letting go. Unamza umemwanzisha hiyo day one. Nini. When they start crawling, you have to let them explore. Sindio?
Yeah.
Now they start exploring. They find out about the world, but you teach them. His pocket, it's not safe.
Yeah.
That place over there is not safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, pole, you teach them what's good and what's not. Yeah? You are their guide.
True.
But at some point, if you haven't taught them how to be in the world, you have to think that they will have to interact with the rest of the world.
True.
How ready are they? How savvy are they?
The outside world.
You know what I mean? How do they learn? How do they know who to avoid or who not to avoid?
True. You have to teach them. Because you cannot shield your child each and every minute of the day. Hauwezi kabisa. At you always hovering around, you always hear, oh, nani?
Helicopter parenting.
Helicopter parenting. It can't. I will make it. You can't. Unaona? Because let your child experience these things. Akianza kucrawl, ameona, ameshika meza, amesimama.
Yeah.
Apige steps 2, aanguke. Atajua next time zile za like mazejo last time nilijiachilia nikaanguka.
Yes.
And those are experiences that are necessary.
Yeah, just as long as you're there.
Yes, because
if they need you to pull them up.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. But it's important. Let them go through these experiences because there's a lesson in life they're being taught. That fine. At some point I'll have to walk on my own. Mom is not always going to be there. Dad is not always going to be there. But eventually I need to get to that door. How am I going to get to that door? Unaona? Mwache anini alan. Kwa sababu you're there and then you want to remove all the obstacles from their way. You're not helping my child. You are not helping that child. Hii kukushon na kusugarcoat kila kitu yenye unanini. Because they're going to go out there. They're going to meet other people in the world. Yeah. They're going to meet different kinds of people from different households who've been taught different. Yeah. Alafu na wewe umeshinanga hivi ina cocoon all the time. Yeah. Haiwezi. Let your child live life. Celebrate their milestones. Yeah. Like let them live life. Hata wewe umefika pale umefika, because I mean like you got pregnant, you had this child, you learned the process of pregnancy. Yeah. You learned how to be a parent. Don't hold your child. Eventually atafika 18 and you have to divorce your child. Yes. Lazima ataenda. Kwa sababu ataenda campus.
Kuna wenye watakangi watu waende wako tu hapo at 30, 40 kwa sababu you did not teach them that one day they will have to leave. Yeah. These are conversations that we have to have with our children.
You have to have.
You know.
Kwa sababu mimi nimeshakulia umefika 18 aya sawa umeanza kuenda.
Yeah.
Because you forget that as a parent your life the course kind of changes.
Yeah.
Because now you have another human being to take care of. No.
Sure.
So life yako iezi enda hivyo nywe vile ulikuwa nafikiria itaenda.
Exactly.
But you went on ahead and you decided I'm going to have this child. For you to have this child, you have to raise this child up to 18. After 18, kuna wale wenye wanaanza kuishi maisha yao after hapo.
Yeah.
Kama ame decide like if you're single you want to get married, you get married then. Start a business you wanted to start, you open it then. All those things you wanted to do. Yeah. I want to go ziplining. Like there's some people who can't even go for a holiday. Kwa sababu anataka asotu mtoi out. Akimalizana naye na kwani oya, I've done my best. Cheers. Mimi nimeenda. Yeah. Unaona? So let your children grow. Stop holding your children. They're humans, they have a life of their own. Let them live. So nimewaacha. Nimewaacha. Ando wazazi wenye ikifika huko mbele unapata umepata kamutu. Lakini hapana mama yake yako tu hapa na yeye. Let's like lakini huyo msichana
mpaka wanashonesha ngo the same.
Mazejo I shall not comment sana. But your parents, stop tripping. Allow your children to grow.
Kweli kabisa.
Wacha kufuga huo mtoto si kuku ati itafika mahali itamacho utaikuka.
Alafu mwache kufikiria ni kama ati the more you invest in your children the more they'll invest in you. Your story tutaongea Friday. Sitakasirikia sahi kwa sababu I don't want to kasirika today.
You're not going that
I'm not going there right now. You wait until Friday. When I kasirika about it, you'll see all the
colors,
keep your eyes peeled,
coming from,
you know.
Yeah, so
and while we are teaching our children about, we have to empower our children. You know, if your child's self-esteem is directly linked to your praise or your approval or whatever it is that they think that they need from you, then they'll never grow. And just praising your child is not everything that building their self-esteem is about. You know what I mean? It's like, just because you go, oh, Baba, you did so well. No, you have to empower them. And sometimes they're shit. Sometimes they do shit things. Sometimes they're shit at something.
And it's important to tell them,
You know what I mean?
You know.
And then discuss it with them. Find out, how do you think you could have done that better, you know? Because our children have to realize that they're not perfect. But then if we raise them thinking they're perfect, you know, it's like asiyefunzwa na mamake. You know what I mean? It's like, yes, it's important to teach our children self-esteem. It's important to teach them self-worth. But that shouldn't be directly related to the amount of praise that we give.
That
you know,
you will go out there and the world will praise.
Exactly. We're raising children out here who are waiting to be praised. Like, oh, I turned up for work on time. Yay! No. You're supposed to turn up for work on time. You're supposed to do your work when you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do what you're supposed to do to get what you're supposed to get. Don't wait for somebody to come clap for you because you did what you were supposed to do, because that's what your mother did. You know what I mean? So let's be very careful about, yes, we need to raise our children's self-esteem, but it's not a happy clapping
all the time.
You know?
All the time. Praise them, but praise them.
Yeah, I love beer. At every time to akifanya kitu, you've done so well. Okay, fine. Yes, it's good to say, yeah, that was good. Not every time they wash dishes, it's yay, you're celebrating. What are you celebrating? It's their duty. It's what they're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? You know, yes, it's good to praise.
Your work,
yeah. Yeah, you know, but let's just remember that every child is a blessing.
True.
You know,
and they all come in their own unique
exactly.
way. Celebrate them.
And now we live in a world where we are finding out conditions that we didn't know existed before. You know. Like maybe somebody with ADHD, you know, attention deficit. In the past, they were just beaten. Why can't you just sit still?
You're not concentrating.
You know what I mean?
Focus.
I know that there are some of us out here who have now given ourselves attention deficit by over-consuming on all these gadgets, you know, because what it's doing is it's really affecting our attention and how we react to the world and how we interact with the world. But there are people out there who have genuine special needs which are not you know, sort of a societal problem, or they're not brought about by lifestyle choices, you know, whether they are physical disabilities or, you know, mental disabilities, you know.
Anxiety disorders.
Exactly.
I was actually reading that apparently having allergies, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
But having allergies is actually considered being, what do you call it, a disability.
Because I think some allergies, not all allergies, but some allergies are life-changing. You know what I mean? Some allergies will make us have to make
the course of
exactly.
somebody's life.
For example, somebody who has an extreme peanut allergy sometimes can't even fly. If they have to fly, the airline has to be notified so that there are no peanuts. All the passengers have to be notified, so there's no chance of them having consumed peanuts before they get on the flight or anything like that. So if you imagine someone like that, going anywhere is a problem.
It's a problem.
You know?
Yeah. Because you have to take extra care.
Yeah.
You have to behave differently. You're treated differently.
Yeah.
And sometimes being treated differently doesn't make you feel so nice, because you're like, I'm standing out because of my condition.
Yeah.
But you can't help it.
Yes.
You cannot help it because that is how you are, and you have to be careful about it. And again, people have to accept you the way you are.
And I think sometimes we say things to people and innocently.
Yes.
Like you'll say to someone, why do you speak like that? Well, because I'm tongue-tied. I can't help it. Yeah. So I'm tongue-tied.
I have a lisp.
I don't have a lisp. No. But there are certain things that I can't say either slowly or fast. Yeah. I have to say it. I have to enunciate. Yeah. So literally, I have to intentionally say that word, because otherwise it will not come out. You know? Yeah. But because I'm so articulate, because I speak so well, because I've taught myself to speak in a way that other people will understand, because I know that sometimes when I get overexcited, I can't get my words out, so I have to slow down, you know? And someone will come and tell you, oh, do you know, like, sometimes you speak in a certain way. I'm like, yeah, I'm tongue-tied. I cannot speak in any other way. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or you say to somebody, I have a metal allergy, you know, which I actually do. I'm allergic to nickel. Yeah. So sometimes I have to wear gloves, you know, because my skin gets really, exactly. And it's in everything, like in this studio right now, like it's just set up to attack me, this studio. There's metal everywhere, and I don't know what's coated in nickel, because it's in everything. Nickel is in spoons, knives, forks, door handles, keys. Like literally, exactly. I cannot avoid being in contact with this thing. But I also know that when I react to it, it's made worse by stress. Exactly. You know? Yeah. So I try to avoid stress. Now, someone like that, you have to think, okay, so if they're not talking to me because I'm causing them stress, for example, I just allow it, because otherwise it's affecting their lives. Exactly. Or if somebody with mental health, what is it called? A mental health condition, yes? That is generally made worse by stress, tells you that, okay, mimi na wewe kuna venye
niwache tu kwa sasa.
Hatuwezi hata si kwa sasa, wewe toka tu kwa life yangu, kwa sababu wewe kazi yako ni kunifanya nikue mgonjwa. You know, there are, I mean, we all to a certain extent have mental health disorders, because we were raised by somebody who probably also had some kind of mental health, you know, because the thing is, when we talk about mental health, it's almost like it's taboo in the African setting to talk about mental health, but it's not. Yani nikivunjika mguu ni sawa, kila mtu atanionea huruma, niko na crutches, nikulete nini, but niandike tu kwa status yangu, I'm feeling depressed. Yani utaona shutters zikifunga, people are shutting down, you know. And then, God forbid I die. See them again coming up, shutters up. Oh my God, she was so nice. She was always so active. She was always so jovial. We didn't even know, you know.
Do not. If you cannot relate with me now, when I'm still alive.
How did we not know? But the thing is, we see this
so many times,
all the time. Yeah. You know, people saying about it. Or like, I think the worst thing is when somebody's child has a disability, whether it's visible or not, and maybe they go somewhere and the child now has been aggravated by something, and they start acting up, you know, or reacting, not acting up, reacting to whatever stimulus. So then you find people going, mimi mtoto wangu haizi jifanya hivyo. Wewe unajua vizuri sana. Exactly. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Parents, and especially mothers, let us be kind. If you see somebody's child throwing a tantrum, step in and help.
Yes.
You understand? Kama mtu alikuwa amebeba shopping, mtoto amejirusha kwa floor, muulize, can I help you? Nibebe nini nikutoe kwa hii situation?
Exactly.
Ficha uchi wangu.
Bas. Because there's some kids you'd even find, maybe you've passed a place, there's a lot of noise, that is enough.
Exactly.
Just to rile them up.
Exactly.
So you be a kind person. Be
Yes.
a kind person. Msaidie kubeba bebe mtoto wake.
Exactly.
Msonge pale kando.
And exactly.
So that they can collect themselves.
That's it.
At least have
you know.
the situation.
And sometimes.
Sasa uko tu hapo unanyira pointing. Mama kwani haiwezi
exactly.
mtoto wake.
Na saa zingine hata si ati mtu yako na disability. Sometimes the child is just being a toddler. And toddlers are fakers. Those little pesky bastards. I tell you. Pests. Toddlers are bastards. Yani, unaweza raise mtoto vizuri, kanyangeni nje pali anajua anaweza kukuaibisha. Yani ni kama mtu ufinya button. Toddler, go. Tasmanian devil. Guys, when you see a parent out there struggling with a child, think about a productive thing you can do.
Yes.
Yes? Step up as the other adult in this situation and ask, what can I do? Maybe this parent has other children as well. Yes? Simama na wale watoto wengine, tell them, I've got this. You sort that one out.
Yeah?
You know what I mean?
Offer a solution.
Exactly.
Do not make the problem worse. Kwani mama huwezi shughulikia mtoto wako?
You know what I mean? Yeah? So, let us think about how we can help each other. If somebody has a child with either special needs, ama is just a toddler who they have their own bloody special needs. If somebody's toddler is throwing a tantrum, please, and especially as women, yes, because children will respond better to us, the other children. So obviously this child has a sibling, maybe a slightly older sibling or a slightly younger sibling. Now this mother is faced with taking care of two children, one of whom is right now being a bastard. So msaidie. Let us stop judging each other and each other's parenting, you know. Due circumstances is hard, you know. Tusaidianeni hapa nje. You know. Exactly. So when you see somebody having a particularly tough time, especially with those bastard toddlers, tuingie hapo ndani, jaribu kuuliza, how can I help? Kama umtoi maybe analilia kitu ama whatever, na huyu mama unaona kuna mzigo mingi, muulize tu, how can I help? You know, akikwambia yuko sawa, walk away. Akikwambia and in most cases atakuangalia zile za
thank you. Hold this one. Let me start this one.
You know what I mean? In most cases you will be met with thank you. You have no idea what you've just done right now. Exactly. You have walked away from the crowd that is looking at her like the bad mother right now, or at him as the bad father right now. As that adult who cannot control a child. Most of us adults cannot control children. That is why we beat them. But that is not a solution. You know what I mean? That is not a solution. A toddler hata jali tukimchapa in public. Sasa ndio anataka kujirusha vizuri nani.
Mpaka kwa mtaro huko kwa sewage.
Yeah.
Kwa hivyo unashindwa but.
Faith Onuko, karibu, welcome back. Faith Onuko said it's been a minute. Nimerudi, karibu sana. But guys, let us be kinder to each other. Yeah? As we wrap up, let us just reflect on our interactions with each other, you know, not just our siblings, but the wider society. Let us protect each other, whether we know each other or not. We know certain things are illegal. Harming women with FGM is illegal. If you know somebody who is doing it, shop them. shop them or text me, I will shop them.
Anika.
Tuma message kwa hii studio, sisi tutawaanika, sisi hatuogopi.
Out there.
Yeah.
In this 2020, there's some practices that are not supposed to be.
Let us stop harming women.
Yeah.
And any man who supports FGM, please carry
her.
yourself. Take yourself. Hata usijipeleke kwa witch doctor au anakatanga watu. Jipeleke tu kwa daktari, kwa hospitali, mwambie cut the tip of my penis so I can feel how a woman feels when she is cut. Yeah. I just want to experience it.
Just because.
So, tufanye hivyo. Let's just be kind to each other, guys. So, mimi, kwa hiyo story, nilikuwa tunataka kufanya kitu moja, tengeneza tu kanywele hapa.
Fix your bun.
Nikifeel tu hapa hivi magains zangu, kwa sababu mazee leo, TZLL kwa hard, sijui.
I think that tunafaa ku-invite Faith. Now that amerudi, Faith, tutafuta.
AfroFabb.
Yes. Gains man. Watu wanajua mali kuja. Wanajua mali.
Elixir nani? Elixir wellness. Yeah. And as we leave you, thank you so much for joining us. And don't forget, let's be kinder to ourselves and each other. Thank you so much. Asanteni sana for joining us. And don't forget, we're still here on Wednesday for our business segment.
You have the relationship. But
But we're married. And then Friday ni makasiriko na makasiriko ya this Friday nani. Mika niwe siwezi hata. Siwezi. Siwezi.
Ita kila mtu. Afanye vile Karo ufanye.
Watch back.
Karo anafikanga hivi kazi anasema
ingeri hapa.
There's like whatever you're doing, stop it now. We are watching.
Anyway, guys, we'll leave you to start your day, and we hope that you have an amazing day. And let's take care of each other. Let's be kind to each other.
If you're not bringing a solution, nani, enda tu na hiyo negativity yenye uko nayo.
Exactly.
Don't add any more pain to the situation. But other than that,
adios. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
And watch our sponsors in action hapa. Elixir Wellness Kenya. Okay, guys. Bye-bye.
So Vinny, how did you find today's workout?
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Tiring?
It's the best way to start the morning. I feel great.
So ambia watu about Elixir Wellness.
This is the best place to come.
Yeah.
These guys really know how to coach, you know. They do this functional training. Understand that it works all parts of the body, and it helps you to achieve the common tasks that you do every day. For example, nowadays, things like standing up is very easy.
Yeah.
The feeling is very nice, very flexible. even my attitude is different, my mindset is different. Like for example, I never used to work out on Mondays. Nowadays I work out on Mondays. Those issues of Mondays blues are gone.
Nice.
So to be honest, it's the best place to be.
So guys, welcome at Alexa Wellness. Kuja mu workout.